crew. How are you guys doing? Welcome in, welcome in. This is Pilar for the rhinestoneworld.com. And let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, Mary Alice. How are you? Hi, Mary. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Carol. Hi, Pasha, Sharon, Michelle, Marlo, Johnetta. Is it Johnetta or Jonetta? Let me know. Hi, Kim. Hi, Betty. And okay, I think I've got probably everyone I saw at first. Yay. Awesome. I'm glad you guys can see me. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Yes, it's Pilar. My gosh, my stupid cold. I am mostly over it, but I'm still kind of battling the tail end of it, so I'm so sorry. And let me go ahead and pull this up on my phone so I can see what you guys can see. So I'm going to be showing you guys today how to move your mock-ups. Not move. Don't move. Copy. Copy your mock-ups from your Wizard 5 to your Wizard 2026. But let me pull this up. Gmail. I don't know about you guys, but whenever these things start, it always kicks me out. And I know I saw some people last week said that it was kicking them out, and I don't know. It's a streamer thing, and so I apologize if you get kicked out. Just come back in. I had to just type in my email address again. So, hey, there's my girl Crystal. I put it in our chat, girlfriend. In our mine and your Google chat. I did it this morning. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Yeah, it's in our chat, Crystal. Let me come over here and hide this. I thought I put it in here. I did it yesterday. That's why. Michelle, not yet. Yesterday was just an insane day. So I apologize, guys. I apologize, you guys, about the designs. They are coming. It's going to be posted today. Yesterday was just, sometimes it's just Mondays. It's actually Mondays and Tuesdays. We just have so much to catch up on from the weekend, a boatload of emails, just so many things. You don't have sound? Jesse, can you hear me? Can other people hear me? Hey, Rosaline, good morning. Oh, good. I'm glad. So, yeah, I've got the microphone. Actually, it's in the exact same spot it was last week. Oh, good. Yes. So, there is a volume slider on the video. So, oh, you were on mute? Okay. Good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So, I have my handy dandy notes. Gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I hope I'm not going to be coughing my head off in your ear. I have my nice warm tea. And it's filled with honey, trying to calm down my throat. But fun winter. Winters are so awesome. I'm going to show you guys a design and show you how to get that cut ready. We've had some people did the stream in. No, Michelle, it's still going. Let's see. Maybe Crystal, can you type in there to Michelle if she's not seeing me? I'll try to see if I can. Michelle. Hit refresh. Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me, Carol. So, and I had to restart my computer earlier, which that's just always fun. But I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to copy your mockups from your 5 to your 6 is to open 2 folders. So let's go ahead. How am I going to show you guys this? Roseanne says she had to go out and come back. Okay. And I'll just throw this over here. And then I'll share that screen. Throw that over here. And then I'll come over here and put this up. All right, so what I have here, you guys, is this is the path for your mockups on your Wizard 5. Okay, so, and I can't zoom in, unfortunately. So just go ahead and jot this down. This is recording, so you can always come back in later. But the file path for your Wizard 5, and I wish I could just type up here Wizard 5 so you guys could see that. It's going to be this PC, C drive, users, whatever your name is. It's not going to have my name. It'll be your name. Documents, TRW, Design Wizard, mockups, and then I go into the mockups again. So you can just grab this folder right here, this mockups, okay? You can go ahead and right mouse click it and hit copy. And then open a second folder. And now this path is C drive, users, public, public documents, TRW design wizard, mockups, wizard, products. And you can just paste it in here. I've already pasted it, so I'm not going to show you pasting it because it's going to duplicate everything. But so when you come here to products, you can right mouse click it and hit paste. Like I said, mine's already in here. So if I paste it, I'm going to get all of these error messages saying, oh, this file already exists. What do you want to do with these? Skip or replace? Okay, so yeah, everyone's saying that StreamYard kicks me out too, you guys, when I'm on my phone, because I have that up on I have the screen on my phone so I can see what you guys see. And it always kicks me out. I don't know why. But I think some other people, it doesn't kick them out. So does everyone have these file paths? Uh-oh. So I just went ahead and clicked everything off. But does everyone have the file paths on how to move or copy, not move. Do not get rid of them. Don't move them, because if you ever want to open up your Wizard 5 again, then you'll want to still have the mockups in there. And then I also wanted to show you guys how to toggle between your 6 and your 5. So if you want to go back to your 5, you can come up here to Tools, hit Macros. It also might say Scripts for you. It depends on the version of Corel you have. Macro Manager. Click on that puppy. And then this will open up. This is your Macro Manager. And this is also how you can see like different layers. But you'll see right here, it's super duper teeny tiny. So here's my Wizard 2026. This is my Wizard 5. So double click in there. Double click on TRW. Double click on Design Wizard. And this will open up your old Wizard 5. And so like I wanted to see, because I had actually moved my mockups earlier when I had done this back in December. And I was like, oh no, I'm still going to need mockups. So I just copied them back earlier today. But here's all of my different folders. And then here's your the different blanks. And a lot of these are ones that we have just built into the wizard. Let's see. Replace if you come to it. If you skip, it'll just keep the originals you had there. Oh, okay. Crystal's saying, so if you do get that error message, just go ahead and hit replace. So that is how you copy your mockups from the 5 to the Wizard's 2026. Let me open up the Wizard. And I was going to show you guys how to make this kind of design from scratch, or if anyone has any specific questions, any kind of designs they want to learn to make, go ahead and pop those into the comments. And if I have time to do that kind of design, I can show you that today, but probably that'd be something we'll do on a different date. In our meeting last night, Todd was talking about the different designs and different trainings that we want to show you guys. And so I also want to show you guys, does anyone have any questions about creating your own mockups and bringing in your own blanks? Because we have had questions like that, so we can show that to you as well. But I was working with this design, and we've also had some people ask about live templates. So live templates, I think I'll probably go ahead and show you either Thursday or else next Tuesday. Let me actually make a note about that. LT, and how to make those from scratch. Live templates, Thursday or Tues. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. So, Kim, some people just, they like how they had things set up in the 5. So we did get a couple of people emailing in. They're running a different version of the wizard, and Crystal too. I'm running 2026.0.0.41. They were running .42, and they're on their mockups, the details thing wasn't working. So let me see. What can I show you? Like, so if I wanted to go ahead and add some stones to this design, let me just make these all nice and even. So what I just did here, guys, I just wanted these stones because I want to show you on my details. I just made all of these horizontally aligned, and then I put them on a path so they're evenly spaced. But so let's say, for example, this was my design. Come into my mockups, click on Simulate Stones, and then click on Details, and click my shirt. And this is not really a super fun design. It's just a row of rhinestones. But on the details, so some people were not getting the rhinestone count right here, and they're getting this orange soda error. So our software developer is looking into that. Oh, good. Awesome, Crystal. That's awesome. Hey, Angela, welcome in. So, yeah, Carol, probably the live templates and mockups. Like I can show you guys a mockup right now. Let's go ahead and let me come over here. Come back here. Hi. I'm going to pull up Sanmar. So the different warehouses, when you have a resale license, you can order wholesale, which is great from all these different warehouses. I like to use Sanmar. They're very fast. We used to have 2 warehouses here in Denver, which was awesome. I could just run up to Denver and get my blanks, but like 2 hours later, it was so cool. And then they both closed down. So Alpha Broder's another one. They've kind of changed a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. And then there's SS Activewear. I think SS Activewear actually bought out Alpha Broder. I think. I haven't bought from either one of those in years. But let me go ahead and find a blank really quick. And let me just go ahead and put this over here on the screen, and I will show you what I'm looking for. So here I'm at Sanmar, and you can go ahead and look at the different hats. I'm actually looking for like a knit cap, a stocking cap. Let's see, stocking cap. Okay, here we go. And I don't know why I want a stocking cap. It's just probably because it's cold as all get out here in Colorado, and thinking, okay, something nice and warm. So let's say, for example, if you want to use this pom-pom beanie as a blank, or, oh, here's a good picture of it. So see how they have this, I'm sure that's a fake image. I'm sure they did not press this on here. Do the mock-up with a stone font. Wait, what? Do the mock-up with a stone font. Show me what that does. Shouldn't work. Okay, I'll show you, Crystal. Interesting. So anyway, see how this like lady's hat, it's got this bird on here. I highly doubt that they actually pressed this bird onto this stocking cap. But if you want to have, say, this hat, let's see. Let me just go ahead and, well, I don't want to get this one actually because she has something on there. What do I want to do? All right, let me get a different hat. See if they have any other images. True navy, silver, royal, black. I'll just do the black and silver. That's fine. So you can download right here, full resolution. I'm just going to do this quick, fast. My little sniping tool. Okay, grab that. Then I have to save this. Cap. And then come back in here to my wizard. Let me open up a new tab. And Crystal, I'll show you the rhinestone font here in a hot second. It did work for me the other day, but I'm, again, on a different version than you are. So, yeah, that's just really weird. But let me go ahead and pull in this cap. Let's see, downloads. Cap. All right, so we see we have our little hat. If you come over here to your mockup creator, you can click on Auto Boundary, and sometimes it works great. Other times, not so much. So let's just see what it did. Ooh, yay, it did. Awesome. So let me move this to the side so you can see again. What it does is it went around and B-splined around this for you really quick, fast. And sometimes you don't have enough contrast between your blank, like if it's a white t-shirt, and the background, and sometimes it won't work that great. When it's like that, you have to go ahead and B-spline. And like right here, I want to go ahead and bring this in just a tiny bit. I don't want to have any of this pixelation in my mock-up just because I'm picky like that. I'm just going around here and I'm going to make sure that these are all inside of all that pixelation and even here. So what I'm doing is I double clicked my boundary or my B-spline that the wizard just did for me. I double clicked it to get to my nodes and I'm just highlighting some nodes and scooching the line where I want it. Hey, Eric. And so we have, if you come here into your wireframe, you'll see that you've got the big square around your hat. So that's the background too. You want to highlight everything. So you want to highlight the big square with the hat and your B-spline. And now we're going to go ahead and click Cut Out Image Mockup. If this were a white blank, you could click out Cut Out Color Change Mockup. Since it is not white, just click out Image Mockup. And now you can see nice pretty little clean cap. And now you need to come down to create design placement. This is where we will see people mess up because they'll skip this one step. You need to tell the wizard, how big is my design here? So on a cap, it's not going to be as big as a shirt, obviously. It's going to be like, what, 3-4 inches? And it's asking for the width. This is in inches. So this is the front. Click the create design placement. It puts a big red square on here. Now, don't worry about the size of the square compared to your blank when it first pops up. It just throws a random size. So resize this to be approximately what you thought was your design. So I'm thinking a 3-inch design probably will be about this big. I personally like to center it to my blank. And so I'll highlight both. I'll hit edit. And I want to align to the center. Come back to my mockup creator. And then it's going to ask, what folder do you want this in? So I'll click on this. And do I have one for hats? I don't have one for hats. I do have tumblers and blanks. Yeah, I'll put it under tumblers and blanks. And then I'll put, just name it silver, black, palm, cap. And then you click Save Custom Product. How do you get the most recent version? Carol, just download it from your order history. The one that's in the PDF link, that's the most recent version. And click OK. So now it's added this blank into my mockup folder. So if I were to come in here and look at tumblers and blanks, and then drop down, here is my silver black palm cap. See? And so if we come back to our design here with the little rhinestones, let's see if I want to just have a couple rhinestones here, here. And so I wanted those 5 rhinestones on my cap. I highlight those, click on my blank, and okay, it's really hard to see because it adds the background as a black background. But you see it simulated my stones, it counted my stones for me. But Crystal is saying, try it with a script font. All right, in stones. All right, let's see. Crystal the Magnificent. If you guys don't know, this is Crystal's new nickname. She is Crystal the Magnificent because she is just absolutely amazeballs. All right, let's see. TRW. What one do I want? Let's do Stadium. Stadium Stone. Okay, this is going to be a ginormous, huge phrase. Yes. Crystal the Magnificent. And I did not do my text spacing. I'm just trying to do this really quick, you guys, to show Crystal that it does work for me. Wow, that is just ginormous. Crystal, you have a huge, huge, huge nickname, girlfriend. Put all of these onto your work mat. I'm going to choose a color stone, something pretty. And let's put this on. I know, let's put it on a hoodie. Oh, no, that one's got a zipper. Let's see. Here we go. On this hoodie with this girl with pretty hair. Gets a ginormous design. But look, Crystal, see, it works. Told you. Crystal the Magnificent has 1,459 design or stones in her little nickname. And the rest of your name is behind this girl's hair. I just have it layered so that her hair's in front, so it looks more realistic. Okay, so Crystal's saying that if you have the wizard, see how running up here, version 2026.0.0.41, this works. If you're running .42, the details thing is kind of tripping out. So our software developer, Shelby, is amazing and brilliant, and he is working on a fix. Yes, Mary Alice, exactly. Big nickname to match that brain. Crystal is awesome, you guys. I would not be able to handle anything without Crystal. She's just simply amazing. Okay, so did you guys want me to go over creating your own mock-up blanks? Is she no longer Princess Crystal the Magnificent? I don't think she was Princess. Was she Princess? Maybe she was. I don't recall. But do you guys need me to show you how to do another mock-up? Let me come over here. Oh, I know. I think I actually did have... Okay, I do have something here. Do they have other blanks at Sanmar? Let's see. Accessories. Oh, let's go into aprons. Let's go ahead and do an apron because that will be good for like Father's Day coming up, and we can do a color change one. I don't want to use this blank, and let me show you guys why. I mean, it's fine, but I like to have the models too. She's wearing a white shirt and a white apron. So when I try to do the God, what is it even called? It's not the B-spline. It's the cutout. Oh, create auto boundary. Sorry, gosh, I had a total brain fart there. So if I try to do the create auto boundary, since she's wearing white and the background's white and the apron's white, and the wizard's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. I can't help you with that. But I'm trying to see, is there any white aprons? Let's see, color. White. Okay, cool. She's wearing a colored shirt, so I want this one. He's also wearing a white shirt, so I'm like, yeah, no. I just want to make it easy for my wizard to grab this. And it might not. It might try and grab the whole boundary around her too, which I'm sure that's probably what it will do, but let me just grab this really quick to show you guys. And I just need to save this really quick. Apron. Oh, it was Princess Crystal the Magnificent. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Show the strings on a hoodie. Gosh, yeah, I just did that like a week ago. Might have been able to click on one of the colors at the bottom corner of that white on white image. Wow, Eric, I'm gonna have to reread that like 5 times to see what you're saying, dude. Okay, so yeah, I think it was Tammy was asking. So the strings, literally, I think, was it just Thursday I just did that? I literally did just do that class. So let me come in here, delete this page, page 1, hide all this, delete this, and let me import the apron. And all it really is basically B-splining and copying it. Let me see if this will go ahead and... I'm sure it's just going to grab her. Yep. Okay, so it did an auto boundary. Oh, wow. Look, it didn't even catch the apron. That's a bummer. All right, so let's go ahead and just B-spline. We have the B-spline built here into the wizard. So I'll just do that really quick. And on this one, I'm just going to go fast, you guys. I'm not going to make this nice and perfect inside of my pixelated areas. Just to get to here. And she's got all this pretty little wispy curly hair, but we'll just go ahead and touch up your flyaways, lady. And so to do the B-spline, what I'm doing is I'm doing the left mouse click, and any time that you accidentally hit a node that you didn't like or you want to undo it, you can just hit the backspace and it will undo however many times you hit backspace. It'll undo your nodes. Just coming around, and then if you want, see how I'm zooming, or did you see I zoomed in? What I'm doing is I'm using the mouse wheel to zoom in after I hit a node. If you want to have a nice sharp corner, you hold the letter V like Victoria. And that'll give you a nice sharp corner. If I just don't hold the V, you see how these kind of like curves? Oh, and I can show you now the backspace. Yay. Oh, Eric's saying that there's different colors available on the blanks. Yes. So on most of these warehouses, you guys, whenever you go to buy blanks or you want to just get some images, they often have different color options. So like when I went to get that cap, and you could see down below, I went to the black and silver, and I looked at the red and black, and there's also like a royal blue one, I think. So you can always choose the different colors. I didn't hit the V in time here, so let me go back. There. Okay. So now, cut right here, or click right here, cut out image mockup. So now this is our blank, but if I want to have this be a color change, this is what you can do. Now, come in here, and I'm going to just copy around where my apron is. And what we're doing is we're going to tell the wizard, hey, this is a different layer. This is a different blank. So what we want to do is copy all of this up and around. And this is the same concept as when you're doing the hoodie strings. So actually, after I highlight this, what I want to do is I would copy like to my notepad, or just holding the Control C, the entire image blank, just so I could bring that back after I do a cutout. And I'll show you. So pretend like this is a really big hoodie string. Tammy, this is the exact same thing that you would do. Is you're going to trace around whatever you want to be on the top. I'm holding the letter V just to hold that down. Okay. So I'm going to take my main image. I'm going to hit copy. So I just did a right mouse click. And let's see, I'm missing some comments. Let's see. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal's giving the wizard form to Kim. So the reason I'm doing this, and I grabbed her, made a copy, is because now, so Tammy, this is exactly how you do the hoodie strings. Make sure you have a copy of the original blank, highlight everything. Now you'd hit cut out color change mockup. And let the wizard think. There we go. And then you'd say, oh no, where's my hoodie? It's totally fine. So now I paste it back, and you put the original. So if you see this, this is in front of my color change. You see back here's the apron. So you put your blank to the back. So now if you grab just the apron, you can see the apron's in the front. And so that's exactly how you do the hoodie strings, Tammy. It's you just trace around them, copy your original, and then after you do the cut out color change mock-up, then you paste your original back and move your original behind. And then, let's see, if we want to have our design placement, about 10 inches. But then like, so for example, if this was a hoodie string, you'd bring it to the front. See that? So basically, like, well, how do I describe this better so it's a better visual for you guys? So Tammy, let's say this was a hoodie string, okay? Having it hanging off of her neck here. You bring those to the front after you put your design placement right here. Does that make sense? Oh, good. She said thank you. Good. Yay. I'm glad that made sense. And my wizard's totally freaking out. Like, what are you doing, woman? So I just went back to now put the apron behind where we're doing the design placement. Okay. So now, let's see. I want to do a new folder. Well, no, I'll just put it under my own designs. Okay. And I'll just say apron. And when I'm making one that's color change, you guys, I always just do CC at the end. That's something one of our old trainers, Sean, taught me. And it just makes sense because when you see the CC, you know immediately, boom, this blank, I'm going to be able to change this color on. And let me just show you guys, save custom product. And let it think for a minute. And boom, it's been saved. Now if we go back to our original Crystal the Magnificent, this is way the heck too big, you guys. Let me size this down. It's not going to be actual rhinestone sizes anymore because that was 13 inches. That was just ginormous. I should have just grabbed just your name, Crystal, because now my wizard's thinking, and it's like, that was, what, 1,400 stones? That would take a full bag of rhinestones to spell Crystal the Magnificent. Oh, actually more. It's 1,459. Now we come into my mock-ups. Apron color change front. So I'm not going to do the details right now. All right, so Crystal the Magnificent is on here. And then let's say I want to change the apron to be, I don't know, let's go with black. Or aqua. Ooh, aqua is a pretty color. So when you have a color change, what it's doing is it's taking the whole area that you B-splined again. Same thing with like the hoodie strings. Whenever you make a color change, and since you guys see how I didn't make that like so nice and neat where the, I wasn't worried about the pixelation because I was just trying to do this fast for you guys. So when you left click a color in your wizard, or you could even use some of the Corel colors if you want. Ooh, my mouse went insane. So you can pick any color that you want, but then when you right mouse click on a color, that's what gives you your highlights and shadows and details to make it a little bit more realistic. So like if it's a black one, and it's like, well, that's kind of a very flat black, you can't really see any details. If you right mouse click on a lighter color, then you can see like this, I don't know, grommet or whatever. And if you kind of come in closer, you can see some of the shadowing on the pockets. Okay, so I showed you guys how to bring in and make your own mock-ups for 2 products. Do you guys have any questions on that? And we went over how to copy your mock-ups over from your Wizard 5 to your Wizard 6. So does anyone have any questions on that? Or any other questions? I know, Carol, you want to learn how to do your own live templates? We only have like 23 minutes left. I don't know if it's enough time. So I'm definitely going to do that probably Thursday or Tuesday. So next Tuesday, let me show you guys this really quick. Come back in here to the wizard. Next Tuesday, what we're going to do is we're going to go over these forms right here. So who here, I was just talking a lot of smack about you, Crystal. You're good. It's fine. The mock-up sizing reason. So you're saying like when you're creating your mock-ups, Angela, is that what you're asking? So let's see, come back in here to this spot. So is this the area you're talking about, Angela? So when you're, you just delete this square. When you're in your mockup creator, let's say, for example, you're trying to do like a left chest design. Well, it's not going to be 10 inches. 10 inches is going to be way too big for your left chest design, right? So let's say that you want your left chest design to be no wider than 4 inches. When you click on Create Design Placement, it just throws a big, huge red square here. And it's not saying, okay, well, this is a 4-inch square. It just throws it out here. And it's up to you to size it and say, well, and tell the wizard, where do you want this on your mockup? If you're saying like, well, I want this to be a left chest placement and I want it right about here. And I think that's about 4 inches. So it's up to you to know basically, on your blank, how big your blank itself is and how big you want your design. Design width is what I meant. So, okay. Oh, do people miss it? So a lot of times people just forget to hit a number in here. And so then after they create their product, their mock-up blank, when they try to throw a design on there, the wizard's going to throw them back an error message saying, dude, I don't know how big you want this puppy. And it's because they forgot to hit a number here. That's what that is. So, yes, it's still free until the 10th carol. So you guys, if you did not know, a lot of you may not have realized that our YouTube channel's hacked in January, and it took us almost 3 weeks to get it back from YouTube. And so since we didn't know, let me just come over here so I'm talking to you. We didn't know who was which level. Like, the ones who are here all the time, yes, we know, like, okay, Pasha's here every single class. I know she's Hall of Fame. Great. I have no idea who's Major League or All-Star, or we actually have like probably 80 Hall of Fame members. I can't tell you all 80. They don't all speak up in class. I don't know that they're here. Some people are lurkers, or they might not watch the classes live. They might catch the replay. So we don't have lists. YouTube keeps all of that information. And I mean, it'd be great if they would send us an updated email like, hey, these are the people who are on your membership, but they didn't. So we still wanted to get you guys your training, and then also just to kind of share different wizard classes with everybody to say, hey, this is some of the stuff you can do with a wizard. And when you're in the Hall of Fame, you get 2 classes a week. So here you go. Oh, yay. Well, thank you, Kim. Welcome. And then also Hall of Fame members get some other freebies and bonuses, like, well, I shouldn't say freebies. Hall of Fame and also both get the same number of designs and fonts each week. Hall of Fame gets a lot more classes. But then Hall of Fame also a lot of times gets like first dibs when we have new products, like especially if it's a very limited release. I think it was the Puff Glitter that we had last fall? But we let Hall of Fame know first. And it's like, okay, we don't have very much of this stuff. Keep track now. Linda, there's no way for me to keep track. Like, honestly, if you think about it, and here's why. So let's say, for example, even if I only had like 10 people in the class, okay? And Linda, let's say tomorrow you wanted to cancel your membership. I would have to go in there every single day, multiple times a day, to look at the class list. And I'm like, okay, well, we did have 10, now we have 9. Who's missing? And I have to check it against yesterday's class list. And so when you have like 80 people, that is like it's not an all-day job, having to cross-check 80 names, but you'd have to do that daily. So, that's just, let's see, Magic Path option. Magic Path. Oh, yeah, Mary Alice. So the Magic Path is something trippy that what's wild. I asked Sean about that about 7 years ago, and he never showed me. I asked Matt about that in a trade show. He didn't show me. I asked Matt about that when I went to in-house training. He did not show me. And I'm like, what is it about this stupid button that you guys don't want to show me? So finally, after I started working here, I'm like, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to figure this. Oh, man, I didn't get to say bye to my daughter. Bye, baby. I love you. She's going to work. And so after I started working here, I'm like, I'm going to just figure this out. And so I did start playing with it. I still don't know all the ins and outs of it. So I'll go ahead and play with that more and show you guys in one of the upcoming classes. I'd love to be the PM running your postmortem and lessons learned meeting on this one. What? I have no idea what that means, Angela. Um, yeah, I know. And I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why someone would create a button in the wizard and then like gatekeep it. Like, I don't know if it just doesn't work perfectly. I don't know if it tends to crash Corel. I've used it a couple of times. And so, like, I don't want to do it in this class because we don't have much time left and I want to play with it more before I say, oh, here's how you do this. Project manager. Okay, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Love to be project manager running your post-mortem and lessons learned meeting on this one. So yeah, Mariels, I'll go ahead and play with it more and show you guys what I've learned, but I want to refresh myself before I'm like, yeah, let's just jump in here and start messing around with it. Yeah, magic patterns, yeah, those are a pain. Let me see if I can show you guys some stuff on magic patterns really quick. Okay, let me see. Let me just open a new tab. And it's on my edit tab. Okay. So yeah, magic patterns, they can be cool, but you know, I don't mess with them a whole lot just because I just don't. Let's see, let's do a capital letter C for crystal. Excuse me, guys. Okay, and I want to make this a nice thick font. I don't want to just use impact. Let's use Jersey. I don't love that one, but it's fine. It's fine just for this, what we're doing. Okay, so coming over here to our wizard. On our edit tab, you guys, you see down here you have magic patterns, and it just has these sort of like grayed out little things. You can also click up here, second button down on the top right of your wizard. 1 second, guys. I need a drink of tea. My throat is killing me. That'd be interesting, Eric. I don't know. Excuse me, guys. Holy cats. I hate colds. So when you click on the second button down, Magic Patterns is right under your live template editor, and it pops up over here. Uh-oh. There we go. I'd accidentally closed it. Look at all these cool patterns. Woo! So let's say, for example, if Crystal wants to be Zebra Crystal. What? Look how cool that is. Or Diamond Shape. I mean, the more that you click these, the more that you're adding to it. So actually, you know what? Let me take this and let me make a copy of the C, and let's make this one ginormous. And let's actually make these a color that we can see better than just black. And put these on my mat. All right, so let's see how big is this. So this one is only 3 inches wide. And the big C, I'm going to start calling you that, Crystal. Big C is 9.5 inches wide. Yeah, pouches. So I can do a whole class on these. This is just going to be a super fast one. But there's so many cool things that you can do with magic patterns. But it takes time to stop and think and really learn how to use them. So let's say, for example, I want some paw prints. That's kind of cute, right? Well, let's see what happens when we click the same paw prints on the small c. So basically, magic patterns are like kind of cutouts. See, I already cut it out of the letter C. Go back. But let's say, for example, if I had this be text effects, let's have this be a 2-color live text and apply. Make it bigger. Actually make this contour much bigger. Let's make it 0.3. Oh, what happened to that? I said 0.3. 3. There we go. All right, just because it's so big, I want to have a bigger color there. Yeah, you can make your own patterns. I just don't know if you can save it to this folder. So, like what I'm saying is, man, this would be a big, huge class. Like you can go ahead and that whole B-spline that we just did, Like say, for example, if you wanted the apron, you know, this silhouette as a magic pattern. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead and fill it with a color. There. I mean, you could go ahead and copy this. Like if I really, really wanted to, I could go ahead and take this pattern. I mean, it's not the greatest pattern. It's just an apron. But you can go ahead and take these, weld these together, and then knock that out of your design. Go ahead and simplify these. Okay, why did not... Oh, because this... Okay, that's why. It's because this is a live text, and I don't have this cut ready yet. So I'm going through, trying to show you guys this. I'm jumping ahead like 17 steps, and I don't want to do, as Crystal says, drag you. So let me just delete that. Stop working on that part for now. Rhinestones inside the heart cutouts. Oh, good Lord, Carol. You want to give yourself a lot of work, don't you, lady? So you guys, what Carol's saying is basically... Let me see if I can find a heart. Where is my hearts? Wow. Where are my hearts? So she's saying basically, like, guys, cut out the hearts and then fill that with rhinestones. So, Carol, you'd have to go ahead and pick out each one of those hearts. There's my hearts. Okay, oops, invalid value specified for... Okay. So the reason it did that, you guys, is because this was still a 2-color live text. Let me go ahead and break this apart. Open up my live template editor. Okay, where's my live template editor? There it is. Okay. I take this, since I did make it a 2-color live text, merge 3-color live text. Okay, so now, let me break apart my effects. There we go. Now they're separate. Okay, so Carol, what you want to do is you want to have your hearts cut out. Now, the reason, you guys, that I put this other boundary behind it is just so you'd be able to see when we cut this out. So, oh, that's wild. I don't know why it did this on these hearts. How interesting. I wonder what would do that. Let's make it bigger and see what happens. And then just select the blue sea, click my hearts. Yeah, that's a trip. I kind of want to ask our software developer, why would it have these weird cutouts on these hearts? Because as far as I know, magic patterns are not supposed to do that. That is a trip. What if we took our C? Oh no, I'm just welding the C to make it bigger, because what I want to do is see what happens if I make this thicker. I want to see is it still hitting those hearts just perfect, where it's giving us those weird cutouts. Yep. Yeah, so I want to show this to our software developer and be like, hey, dude, what's going on with these? These magic patterns are kind of a trip. It could be because it's outside the workspace, Mary Alice. Let me double check. That's a good check, or a good question to ask. But if you guys noticed, it's like on this specific hearts 2, yep, it's in that exact same spot. And so I'm kind of wondering, does it do the same on other designs? No. Not that it's the most important thing in the world, but yeah, I'm kind of curious. I want to ask him about it. But so, Carol Sue, what you're asking, or what you're saying, is you'd have to pick out all of these hearts when you're creating the design. Then you would have to have rhinestones that would fill here, but then you wouldn't want to have anything behind this unless you're making a decal, because you can't put rhinestones on HTV. Yeah, Alan, I did think it was every third row, but it's not. It's just those 2. Let's see. Well, watch. Let's make this even bigger, because it seems like it's just those 2 that's hitting like right here and down here. Put this back on my workspace. Oh, it is every third row now. Okay, yeah. That is a trip. I don't know why. But what's wild to me, you guys, look, see how it's not happening up here? up into the third row. It's like as soon as it finishes here, it's like it starts with your magic pattern, fills from the left to the right, and then it comes to this spot and it comes back, and it's like, oh, there's nothing else to fill here. You know, I wonder, let's bring this down. And now let's try it. I want to see if it still hits in the same spot. Yep, still in the same spot. So I don't know why it's doing that. That is a trip. So yeah, we'll have to ask the software developer. Yes, they do look like clothes hangers. Eric is saying it's because the pattern is a square and the scale of the C is too large. But Eric, it's not happening on other patterns though. Do you see that? So like, look, if I do the little paw prints, it's not doing it. It's just with that heart one. It might be happening in other ones here. And we have a boatload of magic patterns. Oh, select a shape and try again. See, it's not happening on the bones. It's something about that second heart one. What's this called? Heart 2? Yeah, hearts 2. Okay, yeah, good idea. Try a square. Let's just fill this with a color. Yep, same thing. But what's wild is it still goes down however far. I don't know, you guys. That's a trip. Let's make the square smaller and check it. And now it didn't do it. What? So yeah, that'll be something interesting to find out from our software developer if like he can take a look at that. Oh shoot, you know what? I should probably leave these things like this. Just because he likes to see like the designs and see the issues. All right. I will save this as, save as. Downloads. Show to Shelby. Hearts to magic pattern. Okay, but so, gosh, I don't remember who had asked. I think it was Pasha saying, no, we don't have rhinestone magic patterns, Pasha. Yeah, so Pasha was saying she doesn't know how to use them. What's kind of cool on the magic patterns is, let me just draw another shape. Give it a color. So let's say, for example, if, let's say you wanted to have like a basketball design. Okay, it's freaking out and thinking. Come on, wizard, let's go. Oh, that's why. Holy cats. Well, no wonder it freaked out because I made that thing ginormous. Okay, so Pasha, let's say, for example, if you wanted this like Michael Jordan looking guy here dunking the basketball. So you can do your magic pattern. And then I came over here to the left toolbar of CorelDRAW. And you can just fill him. And yeah, I should not have made the square so ginormous. And I should have probably picked a less busy design. Because now my software is like crawling. And let's see, what else? Making sure I didn't miss any other comments. And sorry guys, my wizard's crawling. Yes, Jesse, this does show up in wireframe. Once my wizard stops thinking about filling this guy, I can show you. But right now it's just crawling. Please don't crash, wizard. Come on, Corel. So what it does is it takes whatever your magic pattern is, and it puts it on top of your shape, and then it does like a back minus front, or it knocks it out, or slices it, whatever you're used to. There, woohoo! Okay. So now, you've got this like little Michael Jordan dude. Or let me just delete that because holy cats, I should not have made such a huge square. I did not realize I was going to do that. So you do want to have a color in your shape when you do this. And so let me see if I can find one that's not quite as busy. Here's a little Santa hats. Okay, so let's say you wanted to, get the little Santa hats. Boom, you can go ahead and do your smart fill and you have a little copy of your little Santa hat. So if you want to have this on your design, Magic patterns are a really great way to do that. Basically what the magic patterns are, you guys, is a bunch of clip art, and then it also has the clip art put on top of your design and then knocks it out. And then to show you, Jesse, see, this is it in wireframe. And if you double click it, you can see the nodes. So these are actually things that would cut out. So on the here's bad. I'm not really sure what you're asking, Jesse. I don't know, Meryl. I don't think it's because of the edges of the square, because it did that on like different shapes and different sizes of shapes. Let me see. Actually, let me bring you guys back in here so you guys can see what I'm trying. And now I'm going to try something like a circle with that heart. Okay, this is like 5 inches big. Try those hearts. Okay, so it doesn't show it here because it's not a very big circle. So let me try this bigger. Okay. Maybe, Meryl, maybe you have something, you know, that you figured out there. Maybe it's because of the shape with the straight lines. Nope, there it goes. And what's trippy to me, you guys, is how like this one, even on the big C, it has like just a straight line instead of it being, I thought I saw on one of these, I was able to see where it was just like a straight line. There it is. It's on the square. See that? I don't understand. It's just, I don't know. Just something for a software developer to take a look at and see if you can figure out what's going on and why. Like, not that this is the biggest, you know, super most important thing for him to be working on, because I mean, truly what you could do is, so like if you have a design and it's doing that, you can change the size of your design, and then yeah, it's still doing that. But you can go ahead and not magic space, smart fill the patterns that you want. And then you can, like, let's say, for example, if you did want to go ahead and have this heart or the circle with hearts cut out of it, what I would do is, and if you wanted this exact design with the hearts, you copy this, do the hearts, and then I would smart fill these puppies, all the ones that you like. However, when you're doing smart fill, you guys, always, always, always be very aware of where you click, because that'll happen. If you click on something like right here or this heart where it's open, your wizard's going to be paused for a while because it's going to be thinking, and Corel's going to try and fill your entire page. So it'll take a hot minute. Okay, so I'm going to just group all these. And then I'm going to paste my circle back. Let's see. Move that to the back. I'll delete this one. Oh, those are grouped. Let me ungroup it real quick. What I would do, you guys, is I would basically copy these, move them down, highlight all of those, not the circle, group them, shift click to the circle, and then back minus front. So it's basically what your magic patterns are doing. It's taking clip art, taking shapes, same kind of thing. If you want to have a Santa hat over here on the heart, shift click to your design, back minus front, and it's just knocking it out. So that's a little bit on magic patterns. Check the wireframe on that. Oh, where the heart pattern was bad. I got you, Jesse. Okay, let me come back in here really quick. So yeah, if you look here into the wireframe, it looks like what Marielle said, little hangers. I don't know why it's being weird, but Crystal said something. On Shelby's in the iron, the base image before added to the Wizard 4 all was duped over and over in chunks unnoticed, and some had to have overlapped before written into the Wizard, is my opinion. Ah, okay. Nope, that didn't work. I was just seeing if I could just delete one of the nodes and get rid of that. I think I just clicked on the wrong node. Nope, that did not work. So yeah, I would, if you wanted to use magic patterns, and oh my goodness, there's a lot of work chatter going on. So if you wanted to use magic patterns and like say that heart one and you're getting that weird like, hanger shape, I would do what I just showed you on that orange circle where you smart fill them, make a copy of the original design, smart fill the cutouts, and then overlap them to an uncut out copy. Does that make sense? Oh, sometimes it doesn't show bad in wireframe. Yeah, Jesse, I've seen that happen where you have like this weird node cutting across your design, but then you look in wireframe and your vinyl cutter cuts what it sees in wireframe. So the times that is annoying is when you're trying to do a mock-up and send it to your customer, and you have this really weird node going wonky cutting through your design. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Jesse. Yes. So okay, you guys, what are we doing on Thursday? So Todd also wanted me to go over more rhinestone stuff on Thursday. And I would love to teach you guys live templates. Trying to see if there's a way I could incorporate rhinestones into a live template. It wouldn't be on the parts that you could like type out and change, because a live template keeps all of the formatting for your text. So you can't do like a rhinestone live template, like a rhinestone font, because the rhinestones have a certain width. And a live template, if you have, say, the word dog, and it's this big, if you put the word roadrunner in a live template, it's still going to be the same width as when you had the word dog. And so with rhinestones, you can't do that because rhinestones have their own diameter, and you can't squish them the way you can vinyl letters. Oh, thanks, Mary Ellis. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, so I'm just, going over stuff that I've used and learned. Some of the things, you guys, I haven't used in the Wizard. Yeah, go ahead and ask me. But I honestly will say, well, we'll do it on a future class, because I want to get in there, play with it, dink around with it, and actually make a class that could be helpful for you guys, instead of just clicking stuff and say, oh, look what happened. Whoopsie. Okay, great. But so Thursday, we're going to go over more rhinestone stuff. If I can do live templates there, I'm trying to think how I could do a design that's a live template and incorporate rhinestones. Only part of it would be able to be live. Like, so let's say, for example, well, we could do something like this. Like, say if you have, I know we have a boatload of sports stuff, guys. I'm sorry, but that's what's really good for your bank account. At least a lot of people have built whole careers, built their whole company doing sports stuff. Yeah, Eric, if it's vinyl and rhinestones, it's multi-deck. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that, bud. So, if you did, like, say, a live template where it had, like, the word mom, how we have a lot of these kind of designs, like, let's see. Well, I guess I'll just show you on Thursday. You guys can look at that then. But where you have, like, say, baseball mom, and you have, like, baseball as, like, a 3-color live text, and that part could be, the live template part. But mom, with the rhinestones around the word mom, would have to be, like, solid and stationary. Does that make sense? Because it has to keep the rhinestones in the right spot. You can't make a live template with rhinestones where things could change. So, yeah, we'll see what I can do, figure out to show you guys on Thursday with that. But in the meantime, if you guys have any kinds of questions, and if there's anything you want to learn, please send us an email to info@rhinestoneworld.com. And don't forget, Todd has his live tonight. I have no idea what he's making, but when you come to the live trainings, he a lot of times has a coupon code for you. So those are valid for the live. And when you come to the lives also, we always put up a link to enter your name and email to win a prize. And like, no purchase necessary. But if you do make a purchase, then you get 2 entries. So, come to the live. If you want to make a purchase, if you need anything, even if it's designs, we're not doing the stuff that Matt used to do where it had to be at least $100. Things are easier now to qualify. And oh boy, before I let you guys go, let me show you this. Where is this tab? I'm going to throw this over here onto my screen and show you this. Look how cool this is. Ah! Look at all these designs. That's my girl Crystal. Okay, these ones are TRW ones. Oh, all of these. No, not the greens. So the ones that have the green banners, those are my girl Crystal. What did you do, girlfriend? Multi-deck. Look at that. Oh, 2 designs. Extra large and large. So this one is number font use. 3D sport font not included. Oh, that's what she means down here. I'm like, what are you talking about number? I don't see a number. So what you get in this design is these really cool football lace design things and these cool little stabby point things and the word football. But then you can customize it with your own font. Here she used this font for this number. Crystal, nice work, Mama. I'm proud of you. So yes, anything over 0, you get a entry. And then this cheer. She was actually showing me this, creating this design, you guys, in a TikTok live, and then strangers were coming in. I was like, oh my God, there's strangers in here. Yikes. So nice job, Crystal. So I'm so proud of her, you guys. I haven't designed anything in a hot minute. It's just, everything's been crazy. But if you guys have questions, if there's anything that you want to learn, shoot us an email to info@therhinestoneworld.com. In the meantime, we appreciate you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day, and see you at the live tonight. Bye.